Welcome to Algebra Prep Academy. Today we will be finding the explicit and recursive formulas for geometric sequences. The explicit formula is a of n equals a of 1 times r to the power of n minus 1. The recursive formula is a of n equals r times a of n minus 1, where a of 1 will equal blank. Our geometric sequence for today is 7, 21, 63, and 189. To find the common ratio, you can make a factor tree, and if all the numbers match, then that is your common ratio. In order to get the explicit and recursive formulas, you need the common ratio, which in this case is 3. Next, you want to get the first term of the geometric sequence and replace it for a of 1. Now we will also take the common ratio, otherwise known as r, and plug it into the formula as well. Our explicit formula is a of n equals 7 times 3 to the power of n minus 1. Just like the explicit formula, you need to replace the common ratio for r and plug in the first term to a of 1 equals blank. To get the recursive formula, you need to plug in the common ratio and the first term. Our recursive formula will be a of n equals 3 times a of n minus 1, or a of 1 equals 7. Our second geometric sequence will be 2, negative 8, 32, and negative 128. Our explicit formula will be a of n equals a of 1 times r to the power of n minus 1. Our recursive formula will be a of n equals r times a of n minus 1, with a of 1 being equal to the first term. Next, we want to identify our common ratio. Knowing that to get negative 8, we multiply 2 by negative 4, and to get 32, we have to multiply negative 8 by negative 4, we assume that our common ratio is negative 4. Next, we want to identify our first term, a of 1, which is 2. We then erase and replace. A of 1 will be replaced by our first term, which is 2. R will be replaced by our common ratio, which is negative 4. Then we erase and replace our recursive formula. R will be replaced by our common ratio, which is negative 4, and a of 1 will be set equal to to our first term, which is 2. Our final geometric sequence is 5, 12.5, 31.25, and 78.125. Our explicit formula will remain the same. A of n equals A of 1 times r to the power of n minus 1. Our recursive formula will remain the same as well. A of n equals r times A of n minus 1, where A of 1 equals the first term. We then want to identify our common ratio. We divide 12.5 by 5, and our common ratio will come out to be 2.5. We then want to identify A of 1, which is our first term. In this case, it will be 5. We take in our information, rewrite the explicit formula, and erase and replace. A of 1 will be replaced by 5. R will be replaced by 2.5. Our explicit formula will come out to be A of n equals 5 times 2.5 to the power of n minus 1. We then take in the same information and apply it to the recursive formula, putting A of 1 equal to 5 and replacing r with 2.5. Thanks for watching.